School on Thursday, the 23rd of March 2023. Taxi was very early. I had asked about the guy from Tuesday if his car was fine, and yeah, it is. It's not the same taxi driver, it's someone else, but he saw the other guy, and it was sorry, I don't think. Maybe when I wrote my evaluation, uploaded it. I was going to upload my film, but we left before it was able to upload the Google Classroom. Taxi came at the school booked it for 12:10. It didn't come until 12:28. And I had messaged Ginger saying taxi is late, so I'm saying I'm gonna be late. So don't wait up for me. And then he replied, "We're going shop," or something like that. So I said, okay. I was like, when I get back to school, I'll go to PE, drop my bag off, up to the shop as quick as I can. Instead, what I did was drop it off, exit the taxi, drop it off, not at PE, just outside RE. Walk up to the shop. As soon as I got up to the shop, they were all leaving, but they waited on me while I got coffee. We then walked down to the chip van. They went on. I decided to get a cheesy beano, which took a long time to make, and it was terrible. The chips are crap. I don't have much of an opinion on the beans because there's no taste to them at all. And the cheese was literally just plopped on, whereas I've got cheesy beanos before and another chippy, and they actually let the cheese melt. Anyway, by the time I got back to school, the bell went, so I didn't get a chance to eat it. I brought it home and gave it to my brother. Well, it did. I had like 2 chips. Didn't like it. I'll bring it home, eat it up, try it again. Did. I couldn't. It was terrible. I could not force myself to eat it. So, my brother seems to like it though. Sorry, I'm trying to think what's next. Yeah, there's nothing else other than this. In English, a student said something based about the male head of year. And like a fucking dick, I was like, "Oh, I'll buy you lunch tomorrow." I could have paid her, or I could have just fucking said that's based, but no, I just had to say that. And I'm being called a simp by Ginger, and everyone was like, "Oh, Dylan, you got a girlfriend, you're dating now," including her. It's just, I could have just called her based. Anyway, final review: Game of Thrones. The show is great. Like it deserves its 9.2 out of 10 rating on IMDb. I think 9 point something. It deserves it. I didn't like the pilot, which is typical for HBO. But I thought I heard that I think season 4 was the last good season, and season 4 was the best season because that's when Joffrey died, and that's when I had Pedro Pascal's character. And the only good thing I really have to say about his character was he had the most gory death in the show, which is saying a lot. I think what it is that season 4 is the last adaptation and either they just decided to stop adapting it and do their own thing, or they just ran out of books because George R. R. Martin is a very lazy writer. So I was watching each season after that, thinking, when does this get crap? Season 5, I thought was good. Other than Arya's story, I didn't like all that with the. I don't even know what they're called anymore. Season 6, Ginger told me that that had a couple bad episodes where he didn't like it or something. I thought, when I finished, I was like, still don't see a problem other than. No, wait. I Season 8, sorry, 7. I also heard bad stuff about from Ginger. I also thought it was good, other than Jon Snow goes from being quite a quite a masculine figure to a simp for Daenerys. And then that shit with him being Daenerys' brother instead of Arya's brother and Sansa and Bran and all. I thought that was dumb. Like, I feel like they just want to force drama at that point. We need to put some more. I'm not going to say the word just in case, but you know the word I'm thinking of. Don't make it with I. The Alabama stuff. We need to put more of that in there, just so this shit was more edgy. Like, nah. Season 8. I'm gonna break this down episode by episode. From IMDb ratings. I'm going off IMDb ratings. Most people would say that the first 3 episodes were good, but the last 3 were bad. Episode 1, I thought was good. Episode 2, I thought was good. Episode 3, I thought was good. Other than the Night King's death. I didn't like the Night King's death. It was just... They've established this man as the bad guy that end all bad guys since... I don't remember when, to be honest. But, most of the show, it was somewhere between seasons 3 and 5. So that's the last half of the show that they established this man as the end villain. But, he died in episode 3, and I'm thinking, why the fuck is he... What are they going to do with the last 3 episodes? Is it just going to be Cersei? I thought they were going to balance it out or something. The way that Game of Thrones does, or did for the first 7 seasons. And then, the way that he died, it was very quick. Like, Arya is... I was going to say still a fucking child, but she wasn't, but she was still very young. And she started training from, let's just say, what is the average age that someone starts training from in Game of Thrones? And yet, she killed the Night King and not Jon, Samwell, the Hound, literally anyone older than her with experience. And also the fact that she dropped the knife, caught it with her other hand and then stabbed the Night King, it reminded me too much of Vasa's death from Far Cry 3. It felt stolen, and I get that, just because it happened in Far Cry 3 doesn't mean that Far Cry 3 invented it or that nothing else can use it. It just felt too similar. I feel like they could do it, but still make it not as similar. I don't know. So, last 3 episodes, which we'll just call Season 8 Part 2. And everyone seems to think that they sucked. Episode 4, I thought was good. Episode 5, I thought was good. Other than... let me get a photo of him. Excuse some Scottish guy in the background saying you dirty bitch over and over again. It's been a while. I'm currently playing one of the Chamber of Modern Warfare 4. Sorry, 5, I mean. Lord Varys. I'll show you a photo of him in the show because I didn't recognize him with the hair and beard. This guy. I did not like his death. The difference between his death and, we'll say, I don't even know. I'll just. The thing about his death was that it was like very start of the episode 5. Basically, there's a bit, but then there's like, I know you betrayed me, so I sent you to die, and there's no evidence presented. They don't show Daenerys hearing the he's the traitor or anything like that. If they'd shown it in some way, that would have been good, but they didn't. So, other than that, I thought episode 5 was good. Cersei's death was sort of like fucking Jaime fighting that other guy. I thought that was good, and then the other guy stabs him. Jaime kills the guy. I thought, I think it would have been better if Jaime died and the other guy lived, but whatever. But the fact that, the guy's like, oh, you will never make it to Cersei, but then Jaime makes it to Cersei, I think that's stupid. There's no way that Jaime would have made it to Cersei. Like, even though it's a fantasy show, it's got dragons and shit, it should be realistic in that sense. But it just... Episode 6. I thought, oh shit. This is just going to be an aftermath thing where it's like, what happens? And I get that, like, George R. Martin said that should happen, but another massive break, same reason. More well, so I'm just gonna continue from episode 6. Shit, Cersei's dead, so this must be a sort of what happens after episode. And I was thinking, I don't really like those, but I mean, George R. Martin explained why they're a good idea, and I agree with him on that and all. But then there was the conflict that started episode between Jon and Nathalie Emanuel's boyfriend. I thought, maybe I think this might be a decent ending if, like, say Jon kills Daenerys, then Nathalie Emanuel's boyfriend kills Jon, and then, like, Arya kills him, and just very Shakespearean ending. I mean, that my way wouldn't be good, but they could probably make it good. But then the more optimistic ending that it got doesn't really fit Game of Thrones, but I still thought it was okay. I get that these are very, very hot takes, but I'm sorry. That's all I can say. Also, there was supposed to be a initial review today, but the audio of it cut out, so I can't do it. And I said I just watched Batwoman, and I'm finally saying I watched Batwoman because I'm like 20 episodes off from finishing that. I won't put this in the title because I don't know if I've actually did a review for it or not. And it's been so long since I read it that I don't remember anything of it really. But I read White Knight Red Hood. Remember thinking it was good. And that's it. Also, middle review, Gotham Knights. I was supposed to do this yesterday, but I forgot. I don't know what I said in the beginning of the review, and I can't be bothered to actually go look at the video even though it's right there. But first day of playing it, I didn't like it. Second day of playing it, I got into it and started liking it. Don't know why. And now I do like it. I like it less now than I did then because I found out some really stupid stuff. For example, going to this menu challenges. Now the challenges menu changes all the time with no reason or no warning. But currently on it is 4 sections. Gotham's Most Wanted, which I haven't done anything from that yet. Crafting, which is just craft these suits for XP. Contacts, which is the sucky bit. So you have contacts with Renee Montoya, Penguin, Leslie Tompkins, and Lucius Fox. And I spent a bit of time doing those. But then thinking, why is this not ending? Why is it the same challenges over and over again? I looked it up and it turns out there's no end to it. It's really just do these things for XP if you want. I don't like that. Then there's the momentum ability, which that's fine, I guess. But point is, there's a lot of stuff in it that's just irrelevant and it's stupid. There's also this thing called the Watch, which that's basically the same as Contacts, but for some reason it gets its own section in the challenges bit. I don't know. Overall, it's good, but there's a lot of bad stuff about it.